We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks file onto the field led by Russell Wilson, and he's just hoping to stay upright a little bit more than he did in week 2 of the preseason.
Well, we knew the Seahawks were retooling their offensive line, and we thought there might be a little bit more pressure on him, and we saw that with the 4 sacks he took in the last preseason game. But his head coach, Pete Carroll, says part of it's on him. He's got to get rid of the ball quicker.
Rawls, and he's got room, and he'll cut it to the right sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 58 yards on the ground. The option can be so difficult to defend, and that is illustration number 1 right there.
Are you taking a shot at me as a defensive guy?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're doing?
Absolutely. I saw your tape. I wasn't alive, but I've seen the tape.
But you're exactly right. That assignment football is a killer for a defense. Very difficult to defend, and you sure hate to see that guy break into the open field when you took the wrong guy.
You're not that old.
Yeah.
And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
On second down, Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Minter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Here's Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Corey Peters in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
And leading the attack for the Cardinals is the 12th-year man from USC, Carson Palmer.
Not getting a ton of work in the preseason, but that's not unexpected. He had a great year in 2015, and they expect even better in this upcoming season. The concern has been about his head coach, Bruce Arians, who was hospitalized briefly for a while, but made it back for the last preseason game.
Yeah, it was great to see him back on the sideline.
Always fun to see B.A. at work.
And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it, crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. There they go, play action with Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it'll be 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Deion Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Wilson to give to Rawls. And some room to work. Cutback, left sideline. A big run that time by Rawls. 43 yards on the ground. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep, J.J. Nelson.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Get ready.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
All right, now. Zip. Get ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And switching gears here a little bit, you know, the players always talk to us about their Madden ratings, and it's Madden release week.
Yeah, they're never real happy about it.
They never are they?
No, they're really not. They always think they're better or want to be better, and they want to see it increase and improve as the season goes along. But just last week, I was at an NFL training camp. I heard a couple of guys talking about playing Madden, and one guy said, yeah, you just wait till next week when the new game comes out. I'm going to get you. Well, next week is here. Those guys are probably getting ready to go at it real soon.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frosty Rocker. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now it's Peterson. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, well, really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now, but Fitzgerald, gosh, 3rd overall pick back in 04.
Yeah, how about that? Remember Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner?
Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's brought down after a good gain. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Drops it underneath for Rawls. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Poof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And quickly they get to the line. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Palmer. Screenplay. Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. And he lost the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that three-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So we have reached halftime here, and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we